everyone. Welcome to another episode of The L Spot Show.
Welcome.
It's Camille J, and I guess we have Jameer fresh out of Wakanda here.
Ugawa, I'm here.
And I'm Angela Yvonne.
Thanks for tuning in. We have a special episode for you guys today because we're giving an ode to the motherland. That's right, Africa, baby. We are black and proud on today's episode.
Yes.
We have a whole lot in store. We're going to have DLimitz come by. They're going to show us a little African drumming and get us in tune with our roots. And we're going to have a special segment by the indie scene, Millennial Renaissance Media. And, of course, my guys are going to do their thing with the entertainment fix and dropping those gems. So make sure you stay tuned. This is the L Spot Show.
Now watch me work. Light, camera, action. Now watch me work. Light, camera, action.
So thanks for joining us on the L Spot today. I'm glad to be here with you guys.
Absolutely.
How is everything going on this first day of March?
It is going amazing. My podcast is doing well. And we've seen a Black Panther.
Don't you feel
forever.
feeling like
Forever.
I don't
like a
know if I should
boomerang.
be doing this.
It's a boomerang.
Right?
Just do it.
It's a dap for each
Yeah,
other. Like, what up?
What up, Donnie?
What up?
How you doing?
That's how we gotta be walking the streets nowadays.
Yeah, boom. Yeah.
No more head nod. No more head nod.
My brother, how you
Yes,
doing?
absolutely.
Forever.
Hey, can we talk about the garments though? Like,
Yes.
can I be at work like this from now on?
You should
and
be able
up
to.
in church and all of that. Like, I love it. I loved when everyone was going out to the movie and everyone's dressed up and all that. I just want that to be every day.
Yeah.
Every day.
Black people, we know how to turn a celebration into something
Absolutely.
different.
Yeah.
And I love it.
Yes. And since we're on that topic, I think other people, even though they might not admit it, love it too. Because we can see that there have been influences of our culture dripped in different cultures, especially in
man.
America. Pick and choose what they want to, borrow from us, appropriate from us. Starting with attire and, dashikis were
Music and
fly.
fashion.
Music and fashion.
Yes,
Yeah,
because
media.
in music you see like Justin Timberlake, you see like Robin Thicke, Duffy, Adele. You can tell that they have all been influenced by Africa. And also in fashion with the dashikis, the head wraps, especially
The cornrows.
in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Yes.
Or boxer braids. Boxer braids.
What do y'all think is the most thing? So we talk about music just real quick. What do you think, or fashion? What do you think is the most thing that's influenced heavily, from Africa?
Beats.
Beats?
Yes, like the 808.
Oh, the 808. So
Yes,
the drum.
Yes,
Yes.
We should just take back the drum.
Yes.
We take the drum. What y'all
Songs would
do?
just be guitars nowadays.
You can't even. There ain't no beat to
It was
it.
just country music. That's it.
Right.
Beat,
You gotta take away the drums,
the
man.
flute.
We have saxophone. I feel like saxophone was on our side too.
Saxophone is
Wind
definitely a black
instruments,
instrument.
right?
It's a black instrument.
We can take that back.
We can take that back.
We can take that back.
Yeah. Oh
Wait.
man.
But what I like is that what I like to see people do is if they recognize and they make acknowledgement that they were influenced by that culture.
Right.
If you're not making the acknowledgement, then that's where I have a problem, or that's where you're stopping the cycle of learning and just not giving the right credit where it's due.
You're not paying it forward,
Right.
and that's the problem. I have no problem if people are influenced by black culture or Africa directly. It's all about saying, hey, this is where I got this from, this is why I was inspired, and I'm paying tribute by doing this, by doing my art.
Yeah, and I think it's up to us, especially being as African Americans, to do that for ourselves and make sure we go back and we learn and we make sure that we're putting out the correct information and not just biting off what we think it's called or what we heard it's from, where we saw it from, and then running with that because we're just continuing with the cycle as well.
That's a good point.
That is a good point. Because like, for instance, with the movie Poetic Justice, we say Poetic Justice.
Poetic justice braids, they are not cool enough in Africa.
And
Exactly.
like, going back to Kim K, she attributes her braids to
Bo Derek.
Derek,
But
yeah.
they came from a tribe called Fulani.
Yeah. Fulani tribe.
So when we go get our hair braided, we just point at the picture. Like,
me get those poetic justice brains.
But yeah, it is important for us to make sure that we use the right terminology whenever we're using it, because then we can pass it on to generation and generation.
Right.
Definitely.
And I want to talk about just like forms of media too. So going past music, but going actual television and film, and you see all these things that have derived from Africa, whether it's like the speech or the lingo. I mean, it comes from us. It comes from Black culture. And when you don't properly have that representation, then again, you get lost. So they're able to take some of our dialect and some of our vernacular and some of our swag. If I could go back to 2016 for a minute.
I was always a fan of that word.
Okay, all right. But you know, they take some of our swag and they don't properly attribute it to us.
Right.
It misplaces us. And that's why films like Black Panther and Best Man and Black films that really hone into our culture, they're so important.
Yeah.
And we got to keep supporting.
Definitely. And do you think it's our job, and this is something that was talked about in Black Panther, do you think it's our job to continue to inform ourselves and other people about our cultures? Because if we're not the ones informing, then we can't get mad when other people are not calling things by their right name or giving credit where credit is due. So we have to make sure we take control of that ourselves and make sure we are making sure we go out and get that information for ourselves to pass it along.
I totally agree.
But I sometimes feel like, for instance, we are on this high about Black Panther, but we weren't on the same high like when Roots came out or when the movie about Nat
12 Years a Slave.
12 Years a Slave.
Yeah.
We weren't that hype. And I was reading through some comments like on Twitter and also on IG. They were like, well, why weren't people selling out the theaters for those particular movies? Because everybody wants to see the good side of it, because Black Panther gives us like super hype and makes us realize that we came from queens and kings, but everyone, it's a touchy subject when you're trying to get to slavery, when that is the basis.
And you know what? I think that's the reason why, is because we've been so used to seeing negative representations of us, and not that we shouldn't learn about slavery, but it's been a damn long time. And I think this may be the first of this magnitude that we've able to be seen as strong, dominant characters across the board.
Exactly. I like these movies better. It's hard to watch. We know the history, and it's good to keep learning about it and informing ourselves, but I don't want to always go watch a long movie about it. We always see movies about them being superheroes and rich people and on Wall Street doing this, making moves. It's time for us to have that chance. Let us be the high educators in the movies. Let us be the presidents. Let us do all that stuff. It is our time, all right?
That's right.
I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
Our time.
But thank you guys for this convo. It was definitely one that we need to keep having. And I hope you guys are at home having this conversation too. Make sure you keep sticking around. We're going to get DLimitz in here very soon.
Yes.
So stay tuned. This is the L Spot Show.
Angela Yvonne here, and it's all about contributions from Africa. From Rihanna dancing the Gara Gara at the Grammys, Kim K rocking the Fulani braids. You're welcome, Kim. Black Panther coming to America. The list goes on and on. Africa, the motherland, has played a big part in fashion, food, dance, and all the way down to how we express ourselves. What else? You know there's always more. It's time for your entertainment fix, African style. Coffee. Yes, your Starbucks came from Ethiopia. A goat herder named Kaldi discovered the coffee bean when he saw the effects it had on his goat herd. The nomads chewed the red beans before they knew it was the best part of waking up. Paper, ink, and the pen all came from North Africa. The paper we came to use was made from the papyrus reed, and the ink was made from vegetable root, soot, and water. I guess they were tired of tapping on those rocks. The Kermites of Northern Africa were also responsible for the alphabet. Science. Math and science, my worst subject. South Africa has made strides in being the first country to perfect the penis implant. In 2015, a young man from Cape Town was the first to have a successful surgery and was able to become a father. Now, what would you do without your smartphone? The Democratic Republic of Congo is responsible for the mineral cobalt, which is used to make rechargeable batteries, coffee, paper, and science. Well, that was a little African History 101. Let's keep the conversation going. Follow us at the hashtag The L Spot Show and Entertainment_Fix for all things entertaining. I'm Angela Yvonne, and we will see you soon.
All right, so we are here with DLimitz. And no stranger to the L Spot. We caught you guys doing a great performance for our anniversary a few years back.
Yeah, we should. You remember that?
Of course. You was out there getting it on the stage. But thank you for joining us again. Now this time we could go a deeper focus on you guys. And since then, you guys have just been growing and it's been amazing. We've been appreciating it. So thank you for stopping by.
Appreciate it, man. Thanks for having us, you know.
I'm excited.
Hey, you said they got the drums out. They ready to work. They ready to work. Let's get right to the point.
And today, especially now, we're in the month of March. We just got through Black History Month.
Right.
Black Panther's been out. So really, like, the Afrocentrism is really high. So how are you guys feeling about that, especially being a group that makes sure you keep tradition alive and all that? How are you guys feeling?
I feel great about it. I mean, it's our time to find our voice, you know. Everybody has a voice and everybody has a story, a struggle that they go through, you know. And with this, it connects us to the root of all of it, how it all started and where we're going. So it's power.
Yeah,
Power in you.
it's power. It's a lot of unity going on. Like, we see a lot of people coming together, you know, to celebrate something that we're proud of, you know. Now, here's the thing, though. You know, I got to sometimes go back. Yeah. You know, we've been doing this for a long time, you know, so wearing the dashikis and everything isn't new to us, you know.
Yeah, when it wasn't cool.
growing up, when you had to wear these dashikis and do these shows, you know, for kids, they didn't really appreciate it, you know, so you got all the names in the book, you know.
Right.
But now, I mean, it's kind of cool that we're emerging together, you know, to unite and, you know, embrace our heritage and our culture, which is kind of cool.
It's good to see people embracing it, you know, want to be proud of wearing dashiki. There was a time we wore to school and people would laugh at you, you know, African booty scratches, you know.
But it's good to see those kids now who call us those names wear dashikis.
Right.
So now I'm going to go and say, you African booty scratches. Yeah. You African booty scratches.
And then on top of that, they're like, yo, show us the drums, show us how to play, you know.
Right.
And it's good, you know, because we need it.
It definitely has become more popular and more present in our culture. But one of the focuses we want us to talk about today is how it's been appropriated and navigated through different cultures and maybe altered a little bit.
Yeah, because like now we see you guys are worldly. So you guys have been to the continent, the motherland, you guys have been here.
Mama.
Yeah, mama! When we talk about cultural appropriation, it might not even just be like white, but it could be like African Americans.
Right.
We talk about the dashiki.
Yeah.
What are some things that you've seen appropriated throughout the culture?
Ah, man, you know, just as far as that embracing part, like everybody is kind of unified, so there's different events. People want to, you know, travel more to different places in the world. People want to go back to their motherland, which, you know, I encourage that, you know, because we've been there 2008, 2009 maybe, you know, but that experience never left us, you know. So like all of those things that we practiced when we were there, you know, we come back here and we appreciate the things that we have, you know, because some people over there are less fortunate. However, they were always together, no matter what they did. Like that sense of community was always there, you know. So I see that a lot more with people nowadays, you know, the festivals, all the stuff going on.
You're like, man, I was trying to tell y'all that.
So how do you guys keep the tradition? I think it is important that you go back to the motherland, but how do you guys keep the tradition here? And I know you guys teach with kids. How do you make sure that they're getting all that information?
Staying involved in schools, especially, you know, trying to bring this into more programs in schools, you know, because there's not a lot of people who even have degrees to even bring this in, to even have a conversation with people who are, you know, in control of what's going on. You know? So we're trying to bring this in, you know, using our credibility, you know, and our name.
And our scholarship.
People
You know, like honestly, they don't respect you until you have that degree behind you, you know. So it's like if you just walking in with a drum, they're like, all right, who's this guy drumming, you know? But if you're a scholar and you understand, and then you're able to teach it, you know, like parents and like, you know, some faculties are more willing to like accept it.
Respect.
Exactly.
It's like, oh, they're serious.
So with this in your drumming, where exactly which tribe does it stem from?
Well, we started this is from West Africa.
Okay.
We went to Guinea. We went to Conakry to be exact. We studied there.
Shout out to Guinea.
Yeah, Guinea's in the house. But we went out there. We studied. We was there for a month.
Yeah.
And when I went, I would think I was in 9th grade when I went. I don't know about this guy, but.
I was like, you would not do the math, man. I'm a year and a foot over.
I feel a little disrespected.
Nah, you good. I ain't got big. But yeah, a lot of the origins from Guinea, like Guinea, West Africa, Mali, Ivory Coast, Senegal, they all have their different styles of drumming, but it all has the same meaning,
Yeah, and then with that is, there's so many tribes and stuff,
Right.
So for us, it's like, as Americans, we was born here, so they kind of respect you more as American trying to go back.
over there.
Right.
When we was young, at the age we was doing it, people was like, oh, you guys are young, trying to get it? Because ain't no
right.
Americans coming over here.
Yeah.
Because the stuff that they do see about those places are negative, you know what I'm saying? So they see it's beautiful when people actually want to go back
Come
and
there.
learn, get the resources that's in Africa,
Right.
and then be able to bring it back, and that's what
we have to continue doing.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, since we're here,
Yeah.
you received us something? Yes, please. So what do you guys have for us today?
All right, so today we're going to learn this rhythm called Sinte. Everyone say Sinte.
Sinte.
Yeah, Sinte is a rhythm from West Africa, Guinea, and we're going to start off with the introduction. So,
The call and response.
yeah, so this
There
is
you go.
pretty much what brings in the rhythm. So you guys are going to repeat after me. You're going to say 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Now back in Africa, they tell you it once and then they get right into it. So now we're gonna play it the same way you said it, and then we're gonna do it first. You guys are gonna do it second. So it's gonna go.
So I'm good right here?
Yeah.
Right here. Here we
So,
go.
I gotta break it down for y'all. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 4. Perfect. Now that is the pre-intro to the rhythm. So now after we do that, it's gonna go. We're gonna play 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Then you're gonna go right into it. All right. Again. All right. I got it.
Yeah.
All right. So here we go. 5, 6. Here we go. Sinte.
Yes.
In 20 seconds. Yo, that was dope, guys. Come on,
y'all.
Come on, man.
Who's here?
That was
So
dope.
if anybody else wants to get lessons or see you guys perform, tell them where they can find you.
Woo! The website, DLimitz.com. You can follow us on social media, DLimitz Official.
Yeah.
DLimitz, DLimitz,
Come on.
Official. Cause
How you spell official?
Yeah.
Figure that out.
Hey, what's good, y'all? It's Jameer. Just coming to y'all a little differently on this Black Panther type thing. The impact. That's what Dropping Gems is about today. Impact of Black Panther. Viewer discretion is advised. Black Panther was so important to me because it really discussed a conversation that's been going on in the community for a long time. African versus continental Africans. The conversations between the Black Panther and Killmonger.
Sensational.
To me, it captured the essence of everything that we needed to talk about within our community.
Killed in America, Afghanistan, Iraq. I took life, my own brothers and sisters on this continent.
So Michael B. Jordan was obviously better than I expected, and I think a lot of people expected as well. I think we're so used to hearing him and seeing him as such a good guy, wholesome guy, the hero, the protagonist, and to see him in an antagonist role was just dope. But he said he studied through Heath Ledger's Joker, which makes a lot of sense. I mean, this dude was pretty damn good, but he wasn't the best part. All the women warriors, the Wakandan women warriors, King T'Challa didn't even have a black dude protecting him. And the fact that I saw all women protecting this king was symbolic to me, and it really made me cherish all the black women that were in my life. Then we got to focus on the action. So the action scenes were incredible as well. That car chase scene, they were driving in South Korea, doing their thing, flipping, blowing up cars. But if you haven't seen it now, then, well, you messed up. My man M'Baku showing off for the cherubic brothers, the brothers that don't have the Usher V, whatever that is, that little pelvis thing that women like. He showed off for the big belly button brothers. Now little black and brown kids have somebody prominent who they can say, hey, I want to be like, and I want to be like. That's important to have representation. If we just keep seeing Captain Americas and Iron Mans, which is cool, I'm not saying that that's not, you know, it adds a continuum of whitewashing who we are. Shout out to Black Panther, the whole cast. I just dropped some gems.
Hey guys, welcome to IndianYC. In recognition of National Women's History Month, Isaiah shows some love to upcoming local events organized by women. Victoria drops a dime on her latest role in one of the hottest NYC-based relationship dramas on the web, and its leading ladies. And last but not least, Millennial Renaissance Media brings us exclusive on-location footage featuring Faces, a not-for-profit aiming to increase the number of women working in film, TV, and digital media. I'm Trixie J, and you're watching IndieNYC.
Hey, it's Victoria, and I play Sierra, the real estate agent, in episode 6 of season 2's Makeup and Breakup. Check out the clip.
You are not gonna believe who I'm showing this apartment to. Spencer, bitch.
Spencer? Spencer?
Yes, bitch, you're Spencer. And guess what? He's here with Brooke. And she's pregnant.
Are you serious?
I'm sorry. I had to tell her. What would you do? Laura's my girl. I had to let her know. I knew he looked familiar. And that's the thing. That's what I love so much about this show and their female characters. They're honest. They confront their men. They're not afraid of conflict. And that's all you can really ask for is honesty. So, power to the women people. You can check out the entire season 1 and season 2 of Makeup and Breakup on YouTube.
Okay, for all my music lovers, you're gonna wanna check out the NYC Grind's next event. It's a part of their Grinders Open Mic series. It's happening at 7 p.m. on March 8th, and you're gonna wanna check it out. Good live music, great energy. Bring your ID, because it's 21 and up, grown and sexy. So March 9th, the next day, you have Bragging Rights, which is a sketch comedy battle with 2 teams going head to head. I'm telling you, it's hilarious. You're gonna wanna check it out at the Pit, 123 East 24th Street, and that's happening at 8 p.m. on March 9th. Then on March 13th, 2018, it's IndieWorks. Now, IndieWorks is a film screening series that supports and showcases indie filmmakers. You're gonna wanna see it. It's run by Congested Cat, and I'm telling you, you get to see great films. There's drink specials, you get a Q&A session, and afterwards you get to network with so many industry professionals and people in the New York City film community, so you don't want to miss that.
Hi
Hi, everybody. You are hanging out with Millennial Renaissance Media. I am your host, Latricia Baker, and we are here on the scene in New York City with Faces. That's female artistic and commercial entrepreneur support. They are celebrating their official launch with an awesome party and a Q&A panel of industry professionals who are directly in charge of hiring entry-level positions in production on some of New York City's top films and TV sets like Power on Stars, Ted 2, Younger, and of course, Law and Order, duh. And guess what? The panelists are all women.
We started the 5th season of Power, and I said I want to put a new office together, and I hired 6 out of 6 women.
So I guess the idea for it came about, I've worked in the film and TV and digital media industries for over 10 years, and I've worked with a lot of amazing people, but when I started to really think about it, most of the people in the great teams that I've worked with have been men, and I just really think there's a need to kind of get more females working in the entertainment industry overall.
When it's a new nonprofit, it's a grassroots organization, so you really are kind of sending out emails to everyone you know in terms of if there's a panel or if there's funding that needs to happen or an event, like what is needed, going through a list with her of resources that we can hit up, reaching out to those people in a very nice and loving way to ask for things, which is not always easy.
All right, guys, that's it for this month's episode. We hope you enjoyed the show. To rewatch this episode and previous episodes, subscribe to our YouTube channel and drop us a comment. We would love to hear your feedback. To stay in the IndianYC loop in between episodes, follow Millennial Renaissance Media on Instagram and on Facebook. If you're an active creative and you'd like to be featured on the show, drop us an email and let us know what you're up to. And join us April 5th, same time, same place, for more exciting indie insights. See you next time.
Guys, so I really want to thank you guys for this episode because it was one that needed to be had. Like, I enjoyed the conversation. I enjoyed, just the proud blackness.
It was black. We had a very black episode.
I think you got to come back for more lessons. I was feeling that. I know you were feeling it.
Oh, you saw me getting down. That was it.
Thank you guys for watching. Tell them where they can find you.
You can find me at It's Jameer, ITSJAMEER, right here on Twitter and Instagram. I am Jameer on Snapchat. And if you're over 40 and feeling frisky, ladies, find me on Facebook at Jameer Pond.
Go ahead, Angela. This clown over here.
You gotta be frisky.
Oh my goodness. And you can find me at absolutely Angela Yvonne or at entertainment_fix on Twitter and IG.
There you go.
And you guys can find me. It's Camille J_. I don't even think it's under there. I messed it all up. It's just Camille J_.
It's right here.
I'm just too busy saying it's all the time. It's Camille J. But anyway, you guys can follow me. Thank you guys for watching this episode of The L Spot Show.
Yes.
You gon' love this.
I can't believe where I'm at now. I dreamt about this for a while. I knew I'd be a superstar. Didn't think I was gonna make it far. Been through trials and tribulations. Almost lost faith, thought I wouldn't make it. But my God is the greatest. And now's my time to shine and be fearless. Now is my time